Still hear me?
Hey, I'm here.
Hey.
I'm going to show some chest hair.
Yeah, for the ladies out there.
And again, Brown, take a break. What kind of pen is that?
This one I got for.
Welcome to WTNB Football Friday. I'm your host, Brian Russell, alongside Chris Woods and Danny Bradley. And gentlemen, Week 7 is in the books.
Week 7. Yeah, we got some local rivalries going on tonight. And then Walker Valley went up against Ottawa, and we'll get to those highlights a little later.
Yeah.
Danny, any opening comments for this week?
Man, where has the season gone? We're already
It's hard to believe.
3 games remaining.
Yep.
So
Yes. And of course, the big crosstown rivalry, Bradley, Cleveland, doesn't get much bigger than that one. So first of all, we want to thank all our sponsors. Line X of Cleveland, thank you to them. 1107 South Lee Highway. We want to thank Ed Jacobson Associates, Cleveland Tire, the Florence Center, Logan Thompson Law Office, Companion Funeral Home, Kyle Motors, LED Gear, and Trace Hermanos Mexican Restaurant. So thank you to all the sponsors. And I'll tell you what, we're going to open it up right now. We're going to do our trivia question first, because last week we never had anybody call in.
we ran out of time, I think.
Yeah, we did.
We moved
Nobody
the
call in.
ball quickly during last year.
So here you go. We're gonna start off with the trivia question. The gift certificate is a $25 gift certificate to Trace Hermanos Restaurant, and the question is, what is the overall series record between Bradley and Cleveland? We're looking for the overall series record between Bradley and Cleveland. First caller to call in correctly at 472-8892 will get that gift certificate. Tell you what, let's go to the Ed Jacobson Associates scoreboard and we'll take a look at our scores. You see Ottawa all over Walker Valley, 45-12. We found out tonight once again why the Owls are the number 4 ranked team in the state. Just dominated Walker Valley from start to finish. Cleveland, 23-18 winner over Bradley. Cleveland really now improves their seeding in the district. Bradley's in trouble now at 0-3. Soddy Daisy drops a tough one to Ray County, 37-47. Danny, your other prediction of Ray County going undefeated looks good.
Ray County guy.
Both his predictions,
Yeah.
Ottawa and Ray County.
Very strong. Knox Carter blanks McMinn Central 7-0.
Well, that was a ball game there, wasn't it?
Yeah. McMinn County beats East Hamilton. The Cherokee's really looking good. 25-15 winner there. Notre Dame all over winless Polk County, 49-0. And then Meigs County, a 49-0 winner over Lookout Valley. So thank you to Ed Jacobson Associates for sponsoring our scoreboard as always. Guys, like we said, big crosstown rivalry, Bradley-Cleveland. Cleveland able to come away with a big district win there, and then Ottawa, really no surprise there, staying undefeated.
Yep,
the
the Jekyll and Hyde Cleveland team we've seen this year. It seems like every time we go see them, we don't see that type of team.
No.
But then tonight they show up. The running game got the running game going again.
Well, the
Danny?
Achilles heel of both of those teams that we talked about last week, we talked about earlier this week, Cleveland with the turnovers, Bradley being able to score and not being able to score in the red zone. Both things happened tonight, which kept the game interesting, but Cleveland was able to hold on at the very end to take this rivalry over Bradley this year. So
Yeah. Once again, give us a call, 472-8892. Let's talk about the Bradley-Cleveland game with you. Call in, give us your thoughts, give us your opinions. Call us about the Walker Valley game, and then call in about the trivia question. Once again, trivia question is, what is the overall series record between Bradley and Cleveland? First caller calls in correctly will get a $25 gift certificate to Trace Hermanos. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and take a break while we wait on that phone call, and when we come back, we'll talk more football, and we'll get into our highlights a little later. Stick with us on WTNB Football Friday.
25 years, Ed Jacobs and Associates has been treating each of our clients like business partners. Finding the right insurance for your employees shouldn't be that complicated or expensive. Receiving quality financial advice for you and your business should be even easier. We treat each client with respect and integrity and handle your situation as if it was our own. Call me today for your own free consultation.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a winner. He's the loser.
Welcome back to WTNB Football Friday. Brian Russell alongside Danny Bradley and Chris Woods. And I tell you what, we are just getting a call here. Let's go ahead and take this. Hey, caller, you're on WTNB Football Friday.
Yeah, hey there. How you doing, guys?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm feeling good. Cleveland come out with a win, and I think it's setting up a good game for next week playing Walker Valley. So I think that's going to be a really good game.
Yeah. What were you most pleased with tonight for Cleveland?
Actually, I was pleased with the quarterback, and he actually showed me that he can be quarterback.
Yeah, Austin Massey. He had a good game, correct?
Yeah, and I was pleased with the defense too.
Yeah. I tell you what, that defense is coming together.
Yeah, but like I say though, next week's going to be a good game, and I heard that Walker Valley was staying in with Ooltewah tonight there for a while.
Yeah.
Well, there for a while they were in the first half. I think what really hurt Walker Valley is less than 2 minutes ago before halftime, Ooltewah moved the ball up the field and scored right before the half to move it back to a two-score game, and then come out the second half and Ooltewah opened up the can and didn't look back. So
It's one thing we saw with Ooltewah at Bradley last week. They can score in a hurry if they want to.
Yeah.
Well, Danny, I know you're a Walker Valley fan, and I was really rooting for Walker Valley to beat Ooltewah, but like I'm gonna be eating crow next week, and I actually made a bet with this guy. He's from Ooltewah, and he called in on this sports show. And I was talking on the radio, and he called in. I made a bet with him. I said if Ooltewah wins, I'm gonna give him two $80 tickets. So I'm gonna keep my word for it. And but I was actually hoping Ooltewah would pull an upset on that game. I mean, Walker Valley pull an upset on that game. And but guys, you know, like I say though, it's gonna be a good game next week. And I hope I get to meet you guys. I've never met Brian. I've met Danny.
Yeah, I look forward to meeting you. I don't know, where exactly we'll be sitting, but look for us. We'll definitely be at that game.
that's going to be right up there too for you also. Getting the game ball and the jersey last week, and then meeting Brian. That's
What about me?
Hey, I tell you
Bullet, what about me?
I'll meet you too, Chris. But I met Danny. I met him down there on the Thursday night, and I was going to come there this weekend, and I think you guys didn't make it or something. But anyway, I don't want to keep on. Like I say, it was a good game for Cleveland, and so we're just getting ready for next week, and I hope I meet you guys over there.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely look for you. It'd be nice to meet you, Bullet. Appreciate you calling.
Okay, good talking to you.
All right, see
Thank
ya.
you.
Thanks. Yeah, so, the Cleveland defense that we talked about earlier in the year with all the injuries, starting to gel a little bit. And, a couple weeks ago, we're looking at the schedule. We're like, yeah, they're in serious trouble. And now they're looking really good.
I think we predicted them to maybe only win one their last 4 or 5 games, and I think he said he was in the show, but I think us on the panel here are the ones that were mistaken.
Well, we had good.
Well, we said either way.
Yeah, and Danny and I talked about throughout the first 4 games of the season too, is that what we saw in the Cleveland team is they had a lot of injuries, right? TJ was hurt, Raekwon, they've been on and off the field.
Right.
So if they could get that running game going, we saw last week with all the rush yards they had, but this week they put the whole thing together, defensively and offensively, and got a big win against Bradley.
Can we get the AED back? He's choking again.
Yes,
I mean, seriously.
Well, he was at the Walker Valley Ooltewah game today on the Walker Valley side, so.
I said last week, I'm not giving you mouth to mouth, so I don't
That
care
was
if you
tough.
jump
You're
over.
probably the most popular Walker Valley fan at Ooltewah.
They're like, we love that Danny Bradley guy. We love
Yeah.
him. But, in all seriousness, Bradley in real trouble now, 0-3 in the district. Cleveland looking good. And now Walker Valley, that loss tonight, doesn't hurt them real bad. But what they got to make sure is they don't compound this now into 3 straight losses.
Exactly. They go to Cleveland next week. They've got to pick up that win and then hope that Ooltewah rolls against Cleveland, because Cleveland and Ooltewah still yet to play.
Right.
You put them both at 2 losses, but head-to-head, Walker Valley would take it with the win over Cleveland. That's a big if right now.
It is. I tell you what, let's go ahead and take another break on WTNB Football Friday. When we come back, we'll look at the scoreboard again, and then we'll get into our first highlight package of the night. Stick with us.
I'm Dr. Ricky Hutchison with Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint. Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint is located at 2350 North Ocoee Street, next to Loopy's Pizza. Our hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 or 6. We run a free sports medicine clinic on Saturdays. For athletes that get injured during the week or on Friday nights, they can come and see us from 8 to 10. We want people to know that Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint is here for them because you're part of our family.
Companion Funeral and Cremation Service. A true single-family owned practice, Companion Funeral and Cremation Service offers options at half the price of other homes without a drop in service quality. Located on Georgetown Road, we're a neighbor that you know and a friend that you can trust. At Companion Funeral and Cremation Service, it's our family serving your family. We ensure that this is not just a day in your loved one's lifetime. It's a celebration of your loved one's lifetime in a single day.
The Flooring Center of Cleveland, Tennessee has been providing our community with personal service and competitive pricing for over 15 years. Carpet, hardwood, tile, ceramic, and vinyl options are all in stock with plenty of top quality brand names. From 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 2 on Saturday, our knowledgeable staff are here to help you with your flooring decisions. Come on down and visit our showroom today.
Cleveland Tire Center is ready to help you in any way that it can. We're one of the largest Bridgestone and Firestone tire dealers in the area, and we have plenty of other brands for you to choose from. Our loyal mechanics have been with us for years, and each one works to ensure that you receive the timely performance you need. If you're looking for quality hometown service, then you found the right place. Save yourself some valuable time and money by doing the right thing the first time and stopping by our service center.
Welcome back to WTNB Football Friday. Brian Russell, Chris Woods, Danny Bradley. Let's go to our scoreboard presented by Ed Jacobs and Associates and take a look at those scores again.
Ottawa continues to roll, fellas. 45-12 at Walker Valley tonight. Danny, well, they score 40 or more points every week, Ottawa. So you knew Walker Valley was going to have to score a lot of points today.
Yep, or hold them somehow to less than their 40 point. But yeah, I mean, Walker Valley scored 12. Like I said, first half was a tight ball game. Second half, runaway for Ottawa.
Cleveland 23, Bradley County 18 tonight. So the crosstown game tonight, good for Cleveland. Like we said, they're sitting really, really good in the district right now after we thought was going to be a disappointing season. Mm-hmm. So obviously that's great for Cleveland right now, and they're kind of sitting in the catbird seat for next week's game.
Yeah.
I know Danny's nervous about that. If you could see him right now, he's shaking.
Depending if you're the cat or if you're the bird.
Saudi Daisy 37 gave Ray County everything they could handle tonight, 47. I know, Brian, you talked about Ray County being up early in that game.
Yeah.
So Saudi Daisy obviously made somewhat of a comeback to make it close at the end.
I'm telling you, Cy can score some points this year.
We know all about the Knoxville teams. Knoxville Carter 7, a good team against McMinn Central tonight. Beats McMinn Central.
It gives McMinn Central their first loss of the season.
Yeah, so I know we talk about it on previous shows too. Anytime you play a Knoxville team, you're going up against a powerhouse. McMinn County 25, East Hamilton 15. East Hamilton probably has to be, now that we said Cleveland was going to be the biggest disappointment in the district, it's probably got to transfer to East Hamilton at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we've predicted every game they've played wrong this year.
know
Doesn't it seem like?
I know I
We
have.
pick them to win, they lose. We pick them to lose, they win. So, sorry, East Hamilton. Notre Dame 49 over Polk County. Obviously, Polk County having a rough year this year, unable to put points on the board tonight. Somewhat similar to the other games they played in this week too.
Yeah, and then the East Hamilton, we said that's kind of the surprise team. Polk County, we knew what they lost. Knew that they lost, the offensive line, the running back. Did not see this, though. I mean, they have just, 4 or 5 games they've yet to, they haven't scored.
Yeah.
And, to go winless,
But still the best concession stand
Still the
in all
best.
places.
There you go.
Still. So you got that going for you, Polk County. And then Meigs County 49-0 over Lookout Valley. That's the Ed Jacobs and Associates scoreboard. Thank you to them for sponsoring that. Again, thank you to Line-X of Cleveland, 1107 South Lee Highway. Go see them. I had my whole car Line-X last week. Like I said, perfect.
Your truck or car?
My car. I just haven't did my whole car. The way I drive, I need it. So Danny's son's going to go get his truck bed due, so go visit them. Thank you to, again, Ed Jacobs and Associates, Cleveland Tire, the Florence Center, Logan Thompson Law Office, Companion Funeral Home, Kyle Motors, LED Gear, and Tres Hermanos Mexican Restaurant. Thank you to them. Please go out and support our sponsors. They're what makes doing the show possible. So, guys, let's go in. We still got a little while on the highlights. But let's talk about where everybody is in the district. Cleveland now 3-1 in district play. Obviously Ottawa's in first place. Cleveland's 3-1. Walker Valley's 1-2. Bradley's 0-3. Mm-hmm. Bradley goes to McMinn County next week. Have to win that game, obviously, correct?
It's a must-win.
Yeah.
I mean, Bradley has got to win out just to even have any hopes of.
Yeah, and they got to hope for a lot of help.
Yeah, they've got to have a lot of help.
And then Cleveland hosting Walker Valley. Don't want to say a must-win game for the Mustangs, but
Well,
pretty much
no,
need
it
this
is.
one.
It is a must-win at
That's a
this
must-win.
point.
If they
Yeah.
lose, if
You're 1-3
Walker Valley
with only 2
loses,
district games left.
Cleveland will wrap up second place in the district without a doubt.
Yep.
Walker Valley wins, they still haven't wrapped it up, but if both teams then went out, Walker Valley would have the head-to-head against Cleveland and would take the second place. Ooltewah, like we said a long time ago, Ooltewah's they're first, everyone else is fighting for third. That's how good they are. So, Ooltewah's offense is number one, Ooltewah's defense number two. So,
and Walker Valley, finishes Cleveland at McMinn County, and then hosts Saudi Days.
Right, and then
none of those are easy games.
Yeah.
I mean, McMinn County's playing great, and Saudi can put up a lot of points, as we saw tonight against Ray.
At Ray County.
That's one of the highest scoring games I've seen. Most points I've seen Ray give up. And then if you go to Cleveland, of course, Cleveland finishes up Walker Valley, Ooltewah, and then they're off the final week. So, and then Bradley has got McMinn County, Saudi, and East Hamilton. 3 winnable games if they play well.
Yeah, I mean, Cleveland, like we said, if they win, they're in at this point. So they have to beat a tough Walker Valley team, which I don't think Walker Valley's district record really represents how well Walker Valley has played this year, in my opinion. But we could say the same thing about Cleveland, right? Only 1 loss in district right now. We didn't see that coming.
No. I mean, I've been impressed. Cleveland, it's all coming together for the Blue Raiders.
Like we said a couple of weeks ago, the rest of their games are all winnable. They're all losable. It's what Cleveland knows. We talked about Coach Ron Crawford having the troops ready to go, and we talked with him earlier this week here in the studio, and we talked about Austin Massey, and he's like, hey, he hasn't listened to any of the stuff that some of the people out there have been talking about, and maybe moving him back and putting someone else in at quarterback. We said the same thing. It was like one of those. But Cleveland started with some really tough teams, had some bad breaks, no pun intended. They get both of the running backs back in the backfield and 100% healthy. They're going to be a hard team for anyone to beat. I mean, even Ooltewah for that matter. But it's just getting all 3 of them, Austin, Raekwon, and TJ, all 3 in the backfield at the same time, 100% healthy. They can play with anybody.
Well, Coach Crawford even said, the only time that they've had Raekwon and TJ healthy was against Saudi, and they racked up 353 yards rushing that game.
Yeah,
so it shows you what happens when they have both of them in the backfield.
But, as we talked about earlier, their Achilles heel, they also had a lot of turnovers that ball game too. So.
Yeah, we talked about week 2, week 3, week 4. Danny and I talked about if they could start to get players back, that having all the young players play through those first 4, 5, 6 weeks of the season, it was going to add depth in the long run. So, and maybe that's what we'll see. They're going to need it against Ooltewah.
Yeah, I would say, guys, this is probably easily one of the toughest districts, regions, whatever you want to call it, districts in Tennessee. I mean, everybody kind of beats up on each other. You've got East Hamilton, who is having a down year, but is usually pretty strong. Ooltewah, who's always strong. I mean, they don't rebuild, they just reload. Cleveland, we know what they're capable of. Bradley, it's been around forever. They're a powerhouse. And now we got Walker Valley coming on. So easily one of the toughest districts in the state.
Obviously we're talking about football here, but in this district, anything, it doesn't matter.
Basketball,
girls basketball, men's basketball, wrestling, tiddlywinks. They're all, anyone can upset anyone anytime. So, put any of these teams in a different district in the same, setting, they might be running the tables.
I'll commentate anything, but I don't know if I want to commentate tiddlywinks.
No, you can do a little background and be all right with it.
Hey, let's go ahead and take another break, and when we come back on WTNB Football Friday, presented by LineX, we'll have our first highlight package of the night. Stick with us.
My name is Dr. Chris Palmer. I'm a sports medicine specialist at Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint. We pride ourselves in offering services 24/7 by taking call at the hospital and providing services such as our Saturday morning sports clinic. And I think we at Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint stack up very well to the things that you would otherwise have to travel maybe to Knoxville or Chattanooga or even to Atlanta to get that same level of a good combination of training and experience.
Hello, my name is Andy Figglestar with Ed Jacobson Associates. We are an employee benefit and insurance broker in business for the past 20 years. The new healthcare law, also known as Obamacare, has finally arrived. The new law is complex and choices are confusing. You have questions, we have the answers. It is our passion to find cost-effective solutions for every client. Let our knowledge, experience, and passion go to work for you. Contact us today and let us assist you through this process.
Hello, I'm Brent Winters at the Mattress and Furniture Expo, and I am a local owner. We specialize in mattresses and upholstery furniture, as well as we have a variety of bedroom groups. Anywhere from $400 to $1,000, you can get a mighty fine mattress that's going to give you great support. And so we like to talk about shoes and mattresses. If you're not on your feet wearing a good pair of shoes, you're probably on a sofa or on your mattress, so you want support.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Marco's Pizza. Easily located at 143 Stewart Road Northeast, open Sunday to Wednesday from 11 to 10 and Thursday to Saturday from 11 to 11, Marco's Pizza is your top choice for delivery and takeout in Cleveland. Call or order online today at 423-476-5551 and enjoy the rich authenticity that Marco's has been providing to customers for years. Marco's Pizza, authentic Italian pizza.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
All right, welcome back to WTNB Football Friday. Brian Russell alongside Chris Woods and Danny Bradley. First highlight package of the night, guys. The Bradley Bears hosting the Cleveland Blue Raiders. All you have to say is Bradley, Cleveland. Doesn't get much bigger than this one.
You think there's some hitting going on tonight?
Just a little bit. I'm going to say both teams were just a little bit pumped up for this game. So let's go ahead and roll a highlight package out at Bears Stadium. No? All right, well, we're not ready yet. False start, 5-yard penalty.
Oh, we saw plenty of those tonight.
Yeah, we did. That Ooltewah game, I swear that's all the refs could call was false start.
You say that.
So
wait until you see this, the Cleveland.
Yeah,
Cleveland.
so we talked a little bit about Cleveland last segment. Let's talk a little bit about Bradley.
Okay.
I'm not sure what their expectations were going into the year, but I know they have a sophomore quarterback, right? So they're probably sitting pretty for his junior and senior year, and to put some weapons around him. And we've seen that sometimes he has to take over a game by himself to get that offense moving.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what they have, in the next 2 years.
Yeah. We had Coach Damon Floyd in here earlier this week, and he talked about Cole. He said, "Hey, he's playing great. We just got to help him.
Yep.
We got to get more plays around him." So now, after that false start penalty, now the highlight package is ready, so let's go ahead and roll those Bradley Bear Cleveland Blue Raider highlights. There you go. Look at that great shot from the WTNB drone at Bear Stadium. Chris, there's your powder. Did you see it?
I still don't understand it.
All right,
somebody call in and explain it to me.
Cleveland up 7-0, and then Bradley
Safety.
snaps over the head, 9-0 Bears.
Yeah, we see here putting the ball on the ground, Raekwon with a big run down to almost the 20 of Bears.
Nice little spin move, and then he's going to take it in from 4 yards out, touchdown. Cleveland goes up 16-0. But Danny, Cole would lead the Bears back.
Oh, Cole comes back with a nice completion, and there is a touchdown run. I believe that is Tyler Carpenter.
Yep.
And then the Bears come back trying for the 2-point conversion. It fails 16-6.
Yeah.
Man, I wish they'd throw it down the field more. You see Cleveland throw it down the field more. That's the penalty there drawn by Eric Goodwin.
Oh, but the Bears pick it off. It looks like it was number 30. Danny, who is that?
The number 30 for the Bears is Kobe Alford.
Yeah, and then look at Cole directing traffic.
Yeah, we've seen him do that all year. There's a Raekwon again on the tough run. And a little T.J. Parker, a little 1-2 punch to those guys.
I'm telling you guys, when they're both in the backfield and healthy, that is a dangerous offense. Halftime, 16-6 Cleveland. Look at it. Another shot from the WTNB drone. Don't shoot it down, folks.
That's a great view right there. Yeah.
Just a drone, a friendly drone. I mean, that camera, whoever operates that drone, man, they did a great job. Wonderful. Jay Miles, he is all over.
Shout out to Jay Miles.
I tell you.
He is a renaissance man, ladies and
Copeland
gentlemen.
going deep to Daniel Clark, and Clark gets tied up and penalty called, and there's a takedown of Copeland.
No time there for Cole Copeland.
Yeah, Copeland got hit quite a few times tonight. Did everything he possibly could. 220-plus passing yards in the ball game. There's one right there to
it was number 30
Clark.
Again.
Yeah. And then
10 or 12, sorry.
Yeah. Number 12, who is that, Dan?
Tanner Cox.
Tanner Cox on the touchdown. 16-12 Cleveland, but they would come back. Look at Austin Massey hooking up with number 10.
That's Isaiah Beatty.
Isaiah Beatty, touchdown. Cleveland goes up 23-12, but the Bears aren't finished. Oh, just out of his hands. They had to sell for a missed field goal, but then the fumble.
Cleveland puts it on the ground there.
And that's what we talked about earlier with the Cleveland. Trayvon Ware picks it up, tries to take it in.
Was the ref saying he was down, or was he counting 3? I'm confused on that. Bears would score to make it 23-18. They try the onside kick, but Cleveland recovers.
Yeah, here's Raekwon going to work again.
Gosh, he's a stud. In the final, 23-18. Let's listen to Coach Crawford.
Lead early, and we just basically had to hang on. Our mistake at the end cost us. Would have been a comfortable victory for us, but we made a bad mistake, and we'll learn from it and get better. Everybody makes them. You know, I told our guys before we started that I may not be the best coach, but I'm striving to be. And that I'm going to continue to strive, and I'm going to continue to never quit. And I asked them to do the same thing, and that's what we'll do. We'll never quit. We'll fight. We'll find a way to get a victory.
So there you go. You heard Coach Crawford. I tell you, we had him in the studio earlier this week. He was hoarse. I guarantee you, his voice isn't much better after that game. But I tell you what, typical Bradley Cleveland rivalry coming down to the last second. But the Blue Raiders able to pull out a victory. Danny, like you said, turnovers though for both teams. So we saw some turnovers tonight in Ooltewah, Walker Valley. When the ball's wet, you got to take extra care of the ball. And you know, if you don't, come playoff time, that's going to hurt you.
Exactly, and that's one of the things with Cleveland tonight, and one of we were going to talk about earlier, but then we got called for the offsides penalty. But Cleveland tonight with double-digit penalties in the ball game, almost 200 yards of offenses being flagged tonight. 100, I think 180, 185 yards, something like that. But those are the kinds of things where Cleveland has let people, this year stay in the ball game because of that. Cleveland, you cut the penalties in half, you cut the turnovers completely out. Bradley would never have been in this ball game, and that's the one thing with Bradley. 3 trips into the red zone, didn't come away with any points. That would have made a difference in the ball game as well. Either one of them. So,
well, I heard Chris. We were listening on the way over. I was coming back from the Walker Valley game, and a lot of the callers were calling in and blasting the referees. But as you know, Coach Crawford, he's going to say, yeah, some of that may have been the refs, but some are mistakes we got to clean up. So.
Yeah, absolutely. If you almost get 200 yards in penalties, you can't blame all that on the refs. Even if, unfortunately, if they have a bad day or, they just didn't see the play correctly, it's not going to happen that many times. So I think once they look back at the tape this week, they'll probably identify some things that maybe they need to do a little better. in the
Maybe one or
future.
two, you think?
Yeah, maybe one or two.
Of course, I'm hoping they don't. You got
What-
Walker Valley.
One thing I'm excited about, and I'm sure Danny does not want this recipe next week, is so run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball with Cleveland. Takes all the pressure off Austin Massey. He can throw deep down the field instead of throwing the little bubble screen passes, and the 6-7 yard passes. He threw the ball down the field, as we saw in our highlights tonight.
Yeah.
And they've got some weapons. I about said we've got some weapons. Like I'm a Cleveland grad, I'm not. But they got Rod Denard on the outside. Of course, we know he's dangerous. Isaiah Beatty tonight. And both running backs, I mean, they're just not handing the ball off, running backs either. They can catch the ball out of the backfield. So they have a lot of weapons. If they run the ball, take the pressure off Massey, take the pressure off the defense by keeping the ball longer.
Yeah, and you said
Probably a good recipe next week, Danny.
You said Isaiah Beatty. They mentioned his name a lot tonight at Cleveland, I heard. So then Daniel Clark. You got a big receiver there. You got Carpenter on the other side for Bradley. Two nice receivers for Bradley there. But Cleveland, you talked about the running backs. I wouldn't call them little running backs either.
No.
They're big boys.
What kind of running back matchup do we have next week too to look forward to?
Well,
with Cleveland against Walker Valley.
One of the leading rushers in the county, and Alex King.
And then Avery Jones.
We got 4 of the best rushers in one game next week.
Alex King, Avery Jones for Walker Valley, Raekwon Bunyan, T.J. Parker for Cleveland. So if you like rushing, if you like seeing teams run the ball, that's the game to go to next week.
And the little wild card for both of those teams, both of them have freshman running backs as well.
Right.
So we've seen both play. One for Cleveland, one for Walker Valley. So next week's game, it's going to be a good game. Yeah.
Well, you saw what happened tonight in that Bradley game. You saw it in the highlights. When Massey has time to set his feet, the kid has got a cannon. He can throw the ball a long way. That's going to be key for Cleveland. Can you set up the pass by running the ball and then can you protect your quarterback? And on the other side for Walker Valley, can you start stretching the defense a little bit by going vertical? Tonight against Ooltewah, we saw a lot of horizontal plays, and you and I saw Bradley try that. You can't do that to Ooltewah. They are too fast on defense. Walker Valley, I think, has got to start going down the field more. Would you agree?
You would hope so, yes. The thing with Cleveland and Walker Valley, when one of them looks in the mirror, they're seeing the other.
Right.
I mean, the offensive line, neither one of them's overly, large. They're a very athletic offensive line that likes to move around. They'll take linebackers, they'll take defensive backs out. They've got both a stable of running backs in the backfield. They both have quarterbacks that, that's the one there for Cleveland. Austin Massey, the senior, for Walker Valley, Colt Gibson, the freshman. That's the one battle right there that might fall into Cleveland's favor. Then you've got your special teams. One has a really good kicker, one has a really good punter. Coverage teams for both are really outstanding. So
it's going to be a great
all
game.
in all, it's
it
a
really
toss-up.
is.
It's a toss-up for next week's game, which is why there should be a sellout crowd at Cleveland.
I'm excited for it because
Benny Monroe Stadium next week.
Walker Valley's going to bring a great crowd, and Cleveland always has a great crowd there. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and take a break, and when we come back on WTNB Football Friday, we'll get into our next highlight package. Ooltewah Owls at the Walker Valley Mustangs. Stick with us on WTNB Football Friday.
My name is Gary Voitek. I'm an orthopedic surgeon with Voitek Center for Orthopedic Care. Here at the Voitek Center for Orthopedic Care, our family wants to help your family stay on the move.
Live in 3, 2, 1.
East West Media is not the area's largest billboard company. They do, however, have the area's best billboard locations and most creative advertising ideas. If you need new customers in Bradley, McMinn, or North Hamilton County, you should give them a call and talk about what is important to your business.
My name is Claudia Rocha, and I am the General Manager at Tres Hermanos Mexican Restaurant. We are located on the corner of 25th and Ocoee, and we are open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Well, we have a weekly special, and we usually put that special out for the Lee University. If you look us up on Facebook, I'll be posting those specials every Saturday morning, and you'll be able to see before you get hungry.
For over 25 years, Ed Jacobson Associates has been treating each of our clients like business partners. Finding the right insurance for your employees shouldn't be that complicated or expensive. Receiving quality financial advice for you and your business should be even easier. We treat each client with respect and integrity and handle your situation as if it was our own. Call me today for your own free consultation.
Welcome back to WTNB Football Friday. Brian Russell alongside Danny Bradley and Chris Woods. Football Friday presented to you by the Line-X, 1107 South Cleveland Highway. Go see them, or South Lee Highway, I'm sorry. Guys, before we get into our next package, highlight package, which was Ooltewah and Walker Valley, let's talk a little bit about the game and prepare people for what they're going to see here in the highlights. Sorry, Danny.
I think Danny actually said during the break he wasn't even going to talk through this segment.
No, he's...
Yeah.
I mean, really, it was a tale of two halves. I mean, that first half, the Walker Valley fans were pumped. I think the turning point of the game was 55 seconds left. Walker Valley had just scored. 55 seconds left in the second quarter. They kick off to Ooltewah. Ooltewah takes 41 seconds and goes down the field and scores right before half.
Yeah, I think that took a lot of the air out of the sails for Walker Valley and the Mustangs. The defense playing, as tough as they could. Ooltewah, just so many facets for them. It's whatever. Take away the run, they've got the passing. Take away the passing, they've got the running. And oh, by the way, you're not going to have any run backs on kickoffs.
No.
Nope.
Just forget. Just take the ball from the 20 every time.
Kicker put it through the end zone, back of the end zone, every single, I think 5, 6, maybe 6 times.
Yeah, and Lasso Tosser, actually, who we're talking about, the kicker, who we saw kick a 52-yarder last week, was actually the Coles Kicking Camp National Player of the Week.
That would make you feel good. He was your player of the week.
My player of the week. I beat him to it. Yeah, maybe I helped out in some small way.
If you might get a thank you card from Oslo.
Maybe.
Or $25 gift card to Coles. That would be.
Well, it was so funny because I'm sitting in the stands, I'm watching, the game, and I hear the Walker Valley fans start to heckle the kicker a little bit.
Come on,
what are you taking time for? This isn't the NFL. He then proceeds to kick one through the uprights that bounces off the fence, and the next comment was, dang, give that boy a scholarship. So, I mean, he can kick, and that is a weapon.
Yeah.
When you're forcing the team to start from the 20-yard line every single time,
well, I mean,
it's a weapon.
Yeah, I mean, we've already talked about, the two running backs for Walker Valley. You're neutralizing them right off the bat on every single kickoff, not giving Alex King or Avery Jones the ability to take a kickoff and put some, 25, 30-yard plays on the board.
Yep.
You're starting it off at the 20-yard line. Your defense is rested, ready to go. It's a huge asset.
Well, in all the games we've been to, too, like, I don't know if it's a third of the time, maybe a fourth of the time, we see little pooch kicks, right? To keep away from actually the 40, 50, 60-yard returns, right?
Right.
So they get the ball at the 35, 40, 45-yard line sometimes, and that's sort of a victory for some teams on special teams. But this guy gets up there, and you might as well just pack it in. I mean, he's going to kick it through the end zone every time.
There's only one this year that I've seen, and I apologize I don't have the roster here with me, but the Ray County kicker. The Ray County kicker and then the Ooltewah kicker, the two of them in a kicking contest, that would be good.
Yeah, pretty good.
That could go on for a while. That could be like, off the building,
like
off the upright, nothing
Exactly.
like that. Yeah.
So
I'll tell you the Ray County kicker here in a second if you guys will give me a little bit of time.
Do a little tap dance here for you?
Danny.
We don't want to see that.
I believe.
We don't want to see that.
No, you don't want to see any of us dancing. But
Speak for yourselves.
But like you said, so many weapons for Ooltewah. Kelvin Leon, the quarterback, had another big game. Had over 300 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. The wide receivers, Anthony Turner, Kendricks, their running back, Tozer, their kicker, Goodman's another receiver, Haney. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Peyton Oliver, number 80, we saw him out there a couple times. And, we're kind of joking for a while because Ooltewah, I don't know if they saw something on tape when they watched Walker Valley, but 90% of their plays, Danny, went to the right side.
That's what I was going to say. 9 out of 10 plays went to the right side.
And then just when Walker Valley thought they had figured out, and we're out there like, well, number 80, he just not going to get the ball. All of a sudden they throw it out there to the left. So, the Owls just very unpredictable. I tell you what, I think we're good on our next highlight package for Walker Valley and Ooltewah. So, I tell you what, if we can, let's go ahead and roll those, and we'll see. You guys will get to see what we've been talking about. The Owls, the number 4 ranked team in the state, and you're going to see here for good reason. There you go, very wet night at the corral.
National anthem sung by Dave Clark, Booster Club president.
Man, was that a great?
We got the gray unis tonight.
No,
that was the problem. That was the problem. I'm telling you right now.
Still undefeated in the gray unis.
Mustangs coming out to the corral there. Opening kickoff for the our opening series for Walker Valley. Walker Valley's defense stomped them, forced a punt on the first series, but let's see, good return yards there.
Edward Montgomery for Ooltewah, nice return.
Yeah, and as we'll see too, they have a lot of weapons.
Yeah, there's Kelvin Leon, big night. There's his first touchdown pass. That was about 23-yard strike to number 83, Corey Hurd, for the touchdown, and the Owls would go up 7-0.
And Walker Valley's defense, it could have been a lot worse. I mean, they did a really great job there in the first half. The second half, yes, got away from them a little bit. See here, the quarterback just a little short dump off.
Yep.
Right in the middle.
That's number 11, Rashawn Freeman.
Shake and bake.
Yep, nice. Look at it. He just won't go down.
Still didn't go down.
Nope. I believe that play was actually taken back by a penalty. There's actually a hold on that. And then you see Kelvin Leon again going down the middle of the field. And what a catch right there. I believe by number 9, Brandon Bird.
That was Edward Montgomery.
Oh, Edward Montgomery, yeah, number 4. So Ooltewah go up 14-0. You see 9:09 left in the second quarter. Danny, Walker Valley back on offense.
And Avery Jones with a nice run, 15, 16 yards up the middle, and give him 6.
A little excited there.
He was tripped up right as he was crossing the goal line too. So
good looking running back for Walker Valley.
He's another one of the juniors in the squad. Walker Valley there on the sideline trying to get pumped up and missed the point after.
Yeah,
the
that
score
hurt.
14-6.
But then it would be Jones again from 6 yards out. Scores, makes the score 14-12. And Walker Valley would line up to the extra point, but they would go for 2 and miss it. And this right here, I think this is in the second quarter. Leon looking again.
This is right before the half.
Long touchdown pass to number 2, Anthony Turner. And that kind of, I think, look at that stare. I don't want to be on the other end of that. That kind of took all the wind out of the Mustangs right there.
And as they did at Bradley last week, they come out in the second half and start scoring in bunches. That was Kendricks with the running back with the run in there to make it 28-12.
Walker Valley's defense, Mason Warren, Dallas Kirkendall, Ed or Reed Jacobs, excuse me. All of them had some tip passes, a couple of interceptions that went right through the hands, trying their best to slow down the offensive attack of Ooltewah, but they're just too big, too mobile.
Yeah, Reed Jacobs really played a good game for the Mustangs back there. And then you see Anthony Turner again. It seemed to be the soft spot in the Mustang defense tonight was across the middle. Ooltewah, when they ran those little crossing routes, really scored. And there's Lazo Paso with the field.
Yeah.
That's the final score of the game, 45-12. That's the way we're going to end. But Ooltewah, just
We got the backup in there, London Elrod, to spell Kelvin there for a little bit.
And that's Ethan Walls, number 81, taking it down and getting knocked out of bounds.
That play come back from
Walker Valley 12.
Nice little wrinkle that Ooltewah put
Hill
in.
Ford and Larry
There you
Hill.
go, 45-12.
We
Let's
did what
listen
we
to Coach
needed to do. I thought early we were a little bit, didn't get clicking real good. We had a couple turnovers. We've not been doing that. We've been real good at getting turnovers. And that cost us a couple of possessions, and our defense had a couple missed assignments there in the first half. But I thought we settled down and started playing pretty well. I thought the second half was really good.
All right, so there you heard Coach Ryan talking, another big win for Ooltewah, now 8-0 on the year. I tell you what, if we're ready, let's go ahead and put up our players of the game, players of the week, if we could. Let's go ahead and put those up. We each took a different player. And Danny, yours?
Running back for Walker Valley, Avery Jones, the junior. 2 touchdowns on the night, and great job.
Yeah. And my guy was the Ooltewah quarterback, Kelvin Leon, number 15, over 300 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Another great game by him.
Yes, great week that we've seen big game out of him locally.
Yeah. And Chris?
We have Cole Copeland, obviously always keeping Bradley in the game, making the tough runs on the outside. Looking forward to seeing more of him in the next couple of years, too.
Over 200 yards passing tonight, and did everything he possibly could to keep Bradley in it. So great job of Cole Copeland tonight.
And then from Cleveland, we have Raekwon Bunyan. Big night, I believe, Danny, over
135 yards. 135 yards rushing. We saw a lot of that in the highlights, too, him taking it in for touchdowns. Raekwon and T.J. Parker back, I'm telling you.
It's going to be tough.
Right. Then there's our players of the week. Oh, and our pigskin picks. And, this pains me to have to do this.
Oh, you're gonna
out the belt.
You're gonna want to put me on TV when I do this.
Gosh, this really pains me. Danny lost it this week, and
pains you, pains me. You've never had.
Listen,
I have it. I'm the host, so I'm not.
I never really loved Aaron Rodgers, but I want to go ahead and do this.
Upside down.
Yeah, you got the belt upside down.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna wear it the way I want to because I'm the king this week.
I'm just surprised we can see it.
I'm a Lions fan, so it requires me to hate Aaron Rodgers, but I love it. Right there.
There you go. Enjoy it because I'll have it next week. Let's go ahead if we can. Let's put up our games for next week, and we'll get into our picks for next week because we only got a couple minutes left. So, Walker Valley. You say Cleveland.
Walker Valley.
Cleveland hosting Walker Valley. Danny, who you got?
I've got Walker Valley.
Shocker. Chris.
I'm afraid Danny may kill me.
Don't worry, I'm between you two.
I'm gonna go Cleveland.
I'll just take the belt.
I'm gonna go Cleveland as long as nobody gets hurt this week.
You reserve the right. You're gonna be hiding in the bushes watching
No one
Cleveland's
falls down the
practice.
stairs.
Right.
Cleveland's starting to play better. Man, I'm gonna go with Cleveland. I'm sorry.
You're always following my picks.
be.
You're trying to get the belt back. I see how you are.
So let's go. That takes care of Walker Valley too. Let's go Ooltewah. They're on a bye, so
They won't lose.
They won't lose. I'm going to take bye on that one. I think bye is going to upset them. Ray County, they're going to host Warren County, and I'm going to go ahead and take the Golden Eagles. Danny?
Yeah, I said Ray County's not going to lose this year, so
yeah,
I'm taking Ray
I would
County.
hope.
Ray County too.
All right, next. All right, well, next we have Bradley going up to McMinn County, not McMinn Central. So, Chris, Cherokees or Bears?
Do I have to go first?
Yes.
Oh, man. I'm going to go with McMinn County.
Which McMinn are they playing?
County.
The good one?
The Cherokees. Don't go to McMinn County this week. You may get jumped.
Yeah, well, you know. I'll go with McMinn.
I'm going to go with McMinn as well. They're playing better right now.
By the way, this is a good omen for Bradley. If we all pick him,
You're pretty much
McMinn
sure to win, Bradley.
McMinn is in trouble.
So, colleges? Any college games of note?
Well, hold on. Let's give Danny his moment in the sun here. Danny, yeah. You got a tough game this week, though, too.
At Texas A&M? Yes, I do.
And Texas A&M took it on the chin last week at Mississippi
That's
State.
The one thing that I
so we'll
hate
see what happens.
Seeing Texas A&M lose 2 weeks in a row, that's going to be tough.
I'm not even asking him who's got in that game. I know. Who do you got?
I got the over. Probably a lot of points scored. I don't know.
Make a pick.
Too close. I'll take Ole Miss, I guess.
All right. I'm going to go with Ole Miss, too. All right. Ryan, a big victory.
Big game in Mississippi again this week, though. Auburn goes to Mississippi State.
Who you got?
Top 5. I'm going with State.
Oh, my God. You picked Mississippi State. The end of the world is coming. I'm going to take Mississippi State.
Auburn.
All right.
There we go.
Tennessee hosting UTC. Who you got?
Huh?
UTC at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I've got the homecoming winners of Volunteers.
You can't ask me that question when you picked Tennessee to beat Florida last week.
Well, so did he.
Tennessee should have beat Florida last week.
You're the only one that got that game.
I'm just saying.
Listen, second year in a row, Tennessee's knocked out Driscoll and still lost the game. I mean, who saw that coming?
As long as we don't have 17 ranked teams lose this week. I mean, last week was a great week for college football.
Yeah, that was a great week.
I'm not even mentioning who Pitt plays because I've totally jinxed them. Started off 3-0, now they've lost 3 straight. So I'm not even mentioning Pitt.
Actually, ever since you called Pitt to set up an interview with Mr. Chad Wojtek.
Now he's never going to do the interview.
I mean, I'm just saying. I don't think they've won a game since you proclaimed on the show that we were going to have them.
I think Dr. Wojtek needs to take me to the next game. I'll be good luck, and they'll win.
Okay.
Good luck with that
one.
one.
Didn't say anything about bringing you back, though, right?
You're right. Just take me to the game and drop me off at Pitt.
Yeah.
I'm good. All right, so that's it. WTNB Football Friday. Thank you for joining us, as always. Thank you again to all of our sponsors, Linex of Cleveland, 1107 South Lee Highway, Ed Jacobs and Associates, Cleveland Tire, the Florence Center, Logan Thompson Law Office, Companion Funeral Home, Kyle Motors, LED Gear, Tracer Miles Restaurant. The guy that hated the belt 2 weeks ago, totally hates the idea, is now enjoying it. Join us next week, WTNB Football Friday. Brian Russell, Chris Woods, Danny Bradley. Join us for more shots from that WTNB football drone.
Live in 3, 2, 1.
For over 25 years, Ed Jacobs and Associates has been treating each of our clients like business partners. Finding the right insurance for your employees shouldn't be that complicated or expensive. Receiving quality financial advice for you and your business should be even easier. We treat each client with respect and integrity and handle your situation as if it was our own. Call me today for your own free consultation.
Marco's Pizza, easily located at 143 Stewart Road Northeast, open Sunday to Wednesday from 11 to 10 and Thursday to Saturday from 11 to 11. Marco's Pizza is your top choice for delivery and takeout in Cleveland. Call or order online today at 423-476-5551 and enjoy the rich authenticity that Marco's has been providing to customers for years. Marco's Pizza, authentic Italian pizza.
East West Media is not the area's largest billboard company. They do, however, have the area's best billboard locations and most creative advertising ideas. If you need new customers in Bradley, McMinn, or North Hamilton County, you should give them a call and talk about what is important to your business.